March 14th, 2022 Blue Springs Planning Commission meeting to order. If everybody could please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, thank you and welcome everybody this evening and those watching at home. Please get a roll call.
Commissioner Cradoff.
Present.
Commissioner Banks.
Present.
Commissioner Peel.
Present.
Commissioner Rohr.
Present.
Commissioner Billups.
Present.
Commissioner Stokenberry. Commissioner Graham.
Present.
Commissioner Honeycutt.
Present.
Chairperson Sanderson.
Present. All right, tonight's agenda consists of item 1A, the minutes from February 28th Planning Commission meeting. Item 1B, the final plat for Adams Point Village, third plat, PF 11218023. Item 2, rezoning and PD concept plan for Woodbine, third plat, Courtyards at Woodbine. This applicant has withdrawn this application. Item 3, preliminary plat for Woodbine, third plat, Courtyards at Woodbine. The applicant has also withdrawn this application. And item 4 is other business. At this time, I entertain a motion on the consent agenda for the approval of the February 28th, 2022 meeting minutes and the approval of Adams Point Village third plat.
Mr. Chair, excuse me,
Commissioner Banks.
I'm sorry. If we make a motion to approve the consent agenda, should we not point out that the final plat with Adams Point also has four staff conditions?
That sounds appropriate to me. Is that?
Yes, that would be appropriate.
Okay. Yep.
Then I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda, which includes the minutes and the final plat of Adams Point, PF 11-21-8023 with the four staff conditions.
Thank you. I have a motion from Commissioner Banks. Do I have a second? Second from Commissioner Cradoff. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, so that motion carries. So items 2 and 3 have actually been withdrawn, so that takes us to other business.
Yes, this evening, the only other business that we have on the agenda is, well, first of all, we will have a meeting. The next scheduled meeting is Monday, March 28th, and we will have items for you that evening. The other item on the agenda at the back of the packet is the monthly development report from Community Development, which speaks to, that is hard to read. Speaks to the building permit activity, February 2022 versus 21, about the same, 8 versus 11 single family permits, total number of dwelling units 17 to 18, overall building permits just a shade lower, 72 versus 85 this month versus last year's February numbers. Total construction square feet and valuation is down considerably, but that's because in February of 21 we issued the building permit for Blue Springs Logistics, which was the 600,000 square foot building on North Jefferson. So that is probably the reason why that February of 2021 number is so high. Again, our single-family building permits are down for the year. We do have a number of subdivision plats that have been before you that have recently gone to City Council for final plat approval as well. And so should be getting those signed, recorded. So we should, over the next couple of months, see those single-family building permit numbers start to tick up as those builders are able to start putting houses on those lots. Code enforcement activity is pretty on par with where it has been in the past years. We are a little bit higher so far in 2022 versus 21. Most common code cases again are nuisance inspections, citizen complaints, trash, inoperable vehicles, and fences being put up without permits. Planning case numbers, a number of these that have been before you have subsequently been approved by the City Council, including the Blue Springs Aquatic Center, Harmony House, the Redwood Apartments, Redwood Blue Springs, Chapman Ridge Phase 1. There was the UDC amendment for the solar energy systems was approved by City Council. And then these are some more of the projects that were approved by just kind of a summary of all the projects that have been approved by Planning Commission and then some that have been subsequently approved by the city council, such as, I guess, Con Carpet East towards the end here, and the Blue Springs High School project. And Dollar General for the final plat. So sign permits, we have seen a number of additional sign permits this year compared to last year, and our overall sign permits are up in 22 versus 21. A lot of that does have to do with our proactive sign runs that we do, or sign code enforcement, where we have planners go out and do some proactive corridor field visits along the major corridors, 70, well, not 70, but kind of 7 highway, 40 highway, Woods Chapel, Adams Ray Parkway, looking for signs that are out of compliance or that are up without a permit, and then we follow up with them and encourage them to come get a permit or to remove the sign. So we've been doing those more over the past year, and so that's probably why we have an uptick in the number of sign permits we have versus this time last year. So with that, I'd be happy to answer any questions. Yes,
How often do you do the sign permit check?
I dare. Once a month?
Once a month?
On average, once a month. It used to be, we didn't do them for a while during the COVID pandemic, and then before that it was very scattershot. It was very hit or miss. It was almost dependent upon the planner's workload, and so sometimes it could have been 2 months, it could have been every 4 months, every 6 months, and so we've tried to standardize it a little bit more to be consistent and thus fair to all the different businesses that put up signs throughout the city. Yes?
Mr. Mellon, do you have any idea the proposed opening of Whataburger?
I do. I was on a call this afternoon. I believe that has been pushed back towards the latter half of April.
Okay, thank you. Yes, that'll maybe turn into a traffic issue, so.
Yes, our city's police department, Public Works, and communications team are working with the Whataburger folks to do that in a coordinated manner so that it does not create an issue, especially trying to prevent any backups onto that off-ramp from I-70 onto 7 Highway. That could be a real trouble spot. So construction should be finishing up here within the next month or so, and then as with any new business, they will have an internal training where they get their employees in and figure out how to run the show, if you will. So that's kind of the dates that we've been told tentatively, but I'm sure that once they have a final grand opening date, that will be publicized and made public so that everybody can participate and or avoid the area.
Great. Thank you, Mr. Mellon.
Any other questions for staff? Okay.
All right, thanks.
Any other staff business, Mr.
Nope,
Mellon?
that is it.
Okay. Any other business by the commissioners?
I just want to say that Hawaiian Bros went very well. Everybody seems to be enjoying that, so good to have in Blue Springs.
Yes.
All right. If no other business, then I would entertain a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Motion from Commissioner Honeycutt. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second from Commissioner Rohr. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, meeting is adjourned. Good night.